So guys, Zero here, and I know I'm just surprised as you and that I'm making this video. And yeah, not too long ago, Nintendo did a direct, and well, here's my thoughts on it. It's basically overall like I felt like it was a mix between. Well, if you follow me on Twitter, like I basically was tweeting about the entire thing, and it was basically down the middle. I'd say there were a few games I weren't expecting, and then there were the predictable games that were announced and talked about and whatnot. And there was a lot of curveballs, but the gist of it was, well, what I got from it was things already being confirmed and something I haven't seen come in actually happened. So that was the thing. So it started off with them showing off Star Fox, and basically, at least it looks interesting now because I'm so disinterested with Star Fox Zero when they announced, because I've been on, I was the main one saying like Nintendo should have focused more on new IPs instead of worrying about like old IPs and being safe, like having their little safety net of these are guaranteed to sell and we're safe with these games. And Star Fox was one of those games that is obviously gonna sell because of brand recognition and because people wanted a Star Fox game. So obviously this is what people waited for and wanted for, and it's being, not only is it being made by Platinum Games too, so it's a surefire sale. And they showed off like the alternate paths and how the co-op feature is just stupid. That was really stupid. I know the Nintendo want to excuse me implement like co-op in that game somehow, but of all the things, steering and shooting, that's what we did. We did that. Could have just had like a co-op. I don't know, co-op mission mode. This is what we did. It's stupid. And the amiibo support. Oh my god, I came to dread that word every during the tower presentation. But that was that, and it basically turned what was the R Wing into like how it was in the NES and Super NES version of it, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but it basically turned. That's what the Fox Amiibo did, and then they talked about how Project Guard basically became Star Fox Guard, and I'm like, here we go again. And this is where I made the tweet saying like Mario Maker Star Fox Edition, because you could basically like make your own guard levels and whatnot and post them online. I was like, so just like Mario Maker, like make your own game and stages and whatnot. And this was like a double-edged sword, I'd say, because you have to put like, on one hand, this is something that's bundled with the game and whatnot, and on the other hand, it not only is it tied to this game, instead of being its own thing, it's tied to this game. But given like Nintendo's track record, you best believe they're gonna make a separate game about this. And I kid you not, like, look at Captain Toad. Captain Toad is like uh, the equivalent to this. The prime example of, we could take one mechanic of out of a game and center a whole game about it. And, oh my god! Looking back on it, Link Crossbow Train, it was an example of that too. Ugh. Anyway, they another game they decided to talk about was Hyrule Warriors Legends, and it that I'm still miffed about that. to be honest. I'm still clearly miffed about that because they were like, yeah, you can transfer to both the characters from 3DS version to the Wii U version, and if you buy this version, if you buy it like day one, you get the Ganondorf Wind Waker costume. Like, woo! But what really got me was that they announced a season pass for the game, and I'm like, so there are more DLC characters coming out besides. There are more characters coming out besides the ones who are in like the 3DS version, and then they was like, here's a character you could get for like both versions, and they announced Melody, Melody, the chick from Wind Waker, the the one with the harp, her. They announced her, and I honestly don't know what to say at this point. I was like, cause me and my brother was talking about this, and I was like, at this point, they're probably gonna release another version, a third version of this game, which is basically gonna have like all the DLC on it. Because we were debating like if like Hyrule Warriors Legends already had the Wii U DLC already on there, or did you have to buy it again? And it already has a season pass, so again, like the thing that got me the most was like how the Wii U owners were like shafted because like all this could have been like added DLC to the Wii U version, but it's not. And what really gets me is that Nintendo has been on this streak of adding DLC to already existing games. They did it with Splatoon, they did it with Smash Bros, and they did it with Splatoon and Mario Maker. And they just kept adding update after update with Splatoon and Mario Maker, and they kept adding DLC pack after DLC pack after when Smash Bros was out, like after it was out. And for Hyrule Warriors, they did none of that. They just like forget it, 3DS version, have fun with it, and they just stopped support on Hyrule Warriors for the Wii U version, which is baffling because like Zelda's their first party title, and Nintendo really, literally goes all out for like their first party titles. They did it for like I guess for the when Hyrule Warriors came out the first time around and free update and the season pass, but after that, no. Like all that's happening in the 3DS version, I doubt the Wii U version again anytime soon, and that's kind of disheartening for me because I really, really like Hyrule Warriors like a lot. It's like one of my favorite Zelda games that has come out in the recent year besides Skyward Sword, and I would have bought I will buy the game again. It's just I don't like the fact that the Wii U version is getting shafted. So that's just my opinion on it. And then we got to we got to the questionable part. Well, this is what I found questionable. Mario make the Paper Mario with the paint, which I was like, why do we keep doing this? And this is another joke I made. I was like, what is this? Like, clearly, what was that? I have no idea what was going on with that. I'm like, is this RPG? Is it RPG? I was just confused because I'm like, for every new Paper Mario game, it's like they just stray away from like the RPG segment. Just like, yeah, we wanted to try a gimmick like each like Sticker Star. They did it there. I'm like, Paper Jam gave us our RPG gameplay, but decided to give them. We went back to the drawing board with this game apparently with paint and whatnot. I really didn't care. And speaking of not caring, Mario and Sonic, literally, I kid you not, the only thing of interest from what I saw from it was, I was like, oh my god, that's Jet and Wave. I'm like, where the fuck have you two been? I literally tweeted that. I'm like, is that Jet and Wave? That's Jet and Wave. I'm like, oh my god, it's Jet and Wave. I'm like, where have you guys been? I'm like, haven't seen, like, the last Sonic game they've been is Sonic Free Riders, but we don't talk about that at all because it was Connect game and it brought back that crappy air system that Zero Gravity got rid of, but we put right back, which really, really made me not want to get that game. But that's besides the point. They kept talking that up, and I could care less. 3DS version came out. It comes out first. Wii version comes out later. Then we got to surprise, surprise, what I knew they were going to announce, and that being they announced like Shin Megami Tensei X Fire Emblem, aka Mirage Screen, Mirage Image, Mirage something something FE, and I was just like, well, it's about damn time, in order for them to be like, yeah, we decided to keep it Japanese only. I'm like, so in other words, you were lazy to localize it. I'm like, so it's basically that situation of if all you gotta do was put English text over everything, why the hell did you wait so long to release the game? Like, the game's been out in Japan since last year, like December of last year, like near the end of Christmas, and we're getting it like, oh, we're getting it summer, June to be precise, and then I'm sitting thinking like, you fuckers do know Persona 5 comes out in the summer too, right? I'm like, if, to be honest, if you given the choice to pick Shin Megami Tensei, X Fire, and Persona 5, I'm like, most people will pick Persona 5 considering how badly the, like, Shin Megami Tensei X Fire Emblem, like, sold in Japan, and not only that, but with a poor localization effort right now, which is apparent, it was just, it's a Wii U, a game that's, let's look at it like this: a game on the Wii U, a JRPG, mind you, that's been in the works for like years, and we barely got any info on, and when we did, it surfaced on a new title compared to a popular JRPG that's been in development for years, and not only have we not heard for it in a while, but we literally had information on it for the past few years it's been in development, which and is on two systems that are like still relevant and selling. So what do you think who what do you think people will pick? It's just as bad as Square is saying, if we release Final Fantasy 15 at the same time as Persona 5, which one will people pick? Come on now. And then after that, directly after that, mind you, they was like, hey, here's Lost Reavers, and in case you haven't wondered if or you haven't known, this was originally Project Treasure. This is like the Wii U game that was developed by the dude behind Tekken. It was under when the Wii U, like a couple years when the Wii U was announced. They showed at E3 and they was like, yeah, Project Treasure, and we haven't heard anything about it. And then it was like I think it was free to play online game. But here we are again. I was like, well, the Wii U's on its deathbed this year, so it's only be expected we're getting like all the games like Japan already had to play with, and we're getting to play with now. And from what I've seen of it, I'm like, like I said before, I can't judge a game unless I play it. So till I play it, I can't say anything about it. I like the gameplay of it. It's online co-op, and that seems to be a Nintendo thing nowadays. Like, because their couch, my God, their couch multiplayer approach out nowadays is just pitiful. Like, really, really pitiful. And I guess I could play online, so yeah, that's the thing. Open betas next month, and after that, the full game's coming out. And at least I will give Nintendo this, at least for like this and Shin Megami Tensei Fire Emblem, they didn't go what I fear the route they would go for Shin Megami Tensei Fire Emblem. I was like, I get the feel like I get the feeling it was like release it digitally only, and that'd be the end of it. But they was like, nah, we're not gonna do that. Actually, I don't know that because they could pull that shit and be like, yeah, digital only, because they did a Fatal Frame. So I'm kind of holding my breath on that. I'm not saying anything about that anymore. I don't want to drink myself. I already did with these two, and after Strike Gunvolt 2 was announced, I was like, that was unexpected as hell for me. I'm like, oh my god, it's a sequel. And because I had the first one, I just haven't finished it. So, yeah, I was like, okay, gotta go to finishing that first game. So, it basically they announced his rival being like the equivalent to Axel. It's like he can use all his the enemy bosses powers, and I'm like, oh, so it's like Axel from the X series and the Model A from ZX Advent. So yeah, that's what that was the thing. And then this started the problem. I was really questioning. They announced after they announced it was like, oh, you get the regular you get the first game for like half off on discount. And I was like, okay, all right, it's up. I already have the first version. And then they announced what am I missing? They announced the trailer for Pokken. At least Pokemon looks fun because I haven't seen much. The gameplay I did see of it was like character trailers, but this this gameplay actually looks fun and decent. I'm like, I told my brother like Gengar is gonna be my main, like compared to every other fire starter that's already in the game because fire Pokemon junkie, fire starter all day. So yeah, and they were just showing off like the gameplay a bit, a couple of character specials and whatnot, and they announced like the release date, Shadow Mewtwo, and then like the day before the game was released, they're gonna do a Twitch tournament. They're gonna do a tournament on Twitch, so you can see on that. So yeah, it's the only we can look forward to right now, I guess. March. And then we went back to that freaking downward spiral because they announced virtual console come to virtual console games coming to the 3DS. Well, I think the new 3DS, and it was like, yeah, you can buy Super Nintendo games, and I'm like, huh. It's not like I could play these games on the Wii U at all. And then again, I brought up the thing with me and Nintendo's emulations is just like you literally gave us the means to play these games. Why do you keep doing this? Like why do you keep releasing these games where we literally have the means to like emulate all this? I'm like, you literally have Super Nintendo games on the Wii U eShop. Like every game in that trailer that everybody's getting so hyped up about. I'm like, you do know this is all on the eShop, right? I'm like, it makes no sense. I'm like, so you can play them on the go. I'm like, if you want to play them on the go, download a fucking emulator on your phone. Oh my god, it's like, why? Why even try anymore? I'm like, I don't get their logic. I really don't. And I just let that be. I let it be. And then they announced Bravely Second. And they announced a demo for that too, like how they did the first game. Like only this part of the story is gonna be available in the demo, and I was really hoping they would mark the first game down. They did not. They didn't go the sequel route with Bravely Second. They didn't say like, no, you could get the first game marked off. No, they didn't do that. So I guess I gotta wait till the Square Enix sells before I can go get Bravely Second, because at least Atlas threw me a bone. It was like, hey, we having this sell. You can get these games like Devil Survivor, Shin Megami Tensei, Conception 2, and Persona Q, and out of those four, I'll let you decide which two I got. Shin Megami Tensei 4 don't count because I already own that, so there. I eliminated one for you. So yeah, didn't throw me a bone there, and then they announced that amiibo thing, because we just need more amiibos. That's why I really like to hear amiibos. That Mario Amiibo challenge, that free play amiibo game for which I could care less about, because amiibos. Then they announced amiibo cards and the different versions of Isabella you can get. And I'm like, and me and my brother just think like, what's the point of it? The scalpers are just gonna get at this point, so don't really see the point of this. And it was just, I don't know, because of all the games to use the amiibo cards, you think you would do it for the games like, I don't know, like Smash Bros, where amiibos are really hard to get and whatnot. But no, Animal Crossing, because we all use our Animal Crossing amiibos. Gotta have those Animal Crossing amiibos. They gotta go out of stock so fucking fast compared to like something useful like a Kirby amiibo or Link amiibo when I'm playing set of characters games and whatnot. But whatever. And then we reached Monster Hunter Monster Hunter Generations now, because my brother was a massive Monster Hunter fan, and he was excited for that. I was just asking like, what does the arrows do? Because that's what my weapon of choice, arrows and double daggers. So that's my thing. Don't judge me. I like playing like that. I have a very unique playstyle. And by very unique playstyle is that I'll poison you and wait for you to die. But anywho, we finally got to like the end. I say the end because they really weren't out of games to announce, and the one before the end was like Metroid Federation, and they was basically like, oh, this is a backstory of why the Galactic Federation are fighting the space pirates in the Metroid series, and since we didn't want Samus in it, well, we wanted Samus in it, but this wasn't her story to tell. She makes a cameo, which, again, my brother brought up a good point. Like, why call it a Metroid game if you're not gonna have like the main character in it and just have her make a cameo? It's like, and then they talked about the backstory of them, like how they were basically like special soldiers and whatnot, trained for this specific mission. And then the only thing that came to mind to me, and I posted on Twitter, like, so they're basically like the Spartans from Halo, that they basically develop a program for these people, these special genetically enhanced people, to fight the space pirates. I'm like, so like the Spartans in Halo, how they were treated to fight the Covenant. So same applies here. And the fact that Sam does appear in her own game, I'm like, well, this is really like Halo 5 right here, where got her in the name, drove to show up. So you asked for a Metroid game, this is what you got. And after that, we ended on Kirby, and I couldn't be happier. to be honest, because at first I was like, oh great, they're reusing assets from Triple Deluxe, and I was like, oh, as soon as I saw Dr. Kirby, I was like, I gotta get this game. Gotta get this game. As soon as I saw Dr. Kirby, I was like, I gotta get this game now. Dr. Kirby, that's it. Just take my money. And then they announced what the mega abilities were, and I was like, okay, definitely take my money right now. And then we got your amiibo support, and I'm like, okay, just why? I'm really tired of that word. And they were like talking about like how different amiibo does different things, like how the Kirby amiibo gives him Smash Bros moveset, the Mario amiibo makes him fire Kirby, the Link amiibo makes him sword Kirby, and how Kirby's gonna have his own set, and his amiibo is gonna unlock UFO Kirby, which is the only way you can do it, and you go the only way you can be UFO Kirby in the game by using that amiibo. And King Dedede, like King Dedede, Wildy, and Meta Knight, they basically like the other versions, like they're basically Kai powers, but just Kirby takes on like their traits. Like Dedede's had Meta Knight's mask, and he turns blue, and I think Wildy's bandana, probably, but that was about it. That's all Nintendo announced, and I was just like, oh, okay. And it was a Mario. There was a Mario Maker update and Splatoon update. Those were those, eh. So yeah, it was. That's it. That was the Nintendo Direct in a nutshell. Well, a horribly abridged version by me, and I'm kind of in the middle. There were some things I liked, some things I don't like. I'm honestly happy that they brought up Shin Megami Tensei X, Fire Emblem, and Lost Reavers. Those are the two Wii U games I was worried about the most, since those were gonna be one of the few last Wii U games I get, and then gone for Greener Patrick's. I'm not buying an NX at launch. I doubt I even will get an NX because of how the past trend with Nintendo's consoles. It's, oh my god, it's like, at this rate, like, why even bother at this point? I'm like, the only thing that literally saved my Wii U like a good few times were the indie games, and that only consisted of like Shovel Knight, Shantae, Master Reboot, and Freedom Planet, and so actually that I'm not gonna mention that. That's not even out. Anyway, the indie games, those basically saved the Wii U's life for a little. Well, my Wii U's life for a while, but I don't think it's gonna hold much. And like after this year, I doubt we're gonna see any more. The Wii U's officially canned. It's gonna go out, like, hopefully it goes out in a glory and not a whimper, because God, Nintendo needs all the support it needs it with this new console, because oh god, if we enter another stage of, oh, these games are coming, and get everybody hyped, and then when the moment of truth come, we're all asking like, where's this game? Only for it to get delayed, or for us to be on have an information drought. God forbid we have that, and we just be left and looking stupid. Like, oh, we held our hope. That's the only thing we can live by, hope, and lots of it. No, hope and faith is not good. Does not work anymore, especially with companies nowadays. Companies that release like false promises and half-finished games and the like. No, not. I'm not accusing Nintendo of any of this, but still, it was just okay. That's my thoughts on the Nintendo Direct, guys. What did you guys think about it? Did you enjoy it? what your takes on it, what you didn't like about it, and basically this, I hate to say it, but this basically set on the road to like what Nintendo could possibly announce at E3 this year, because they basically did themselves with what they announced here compared to like this is basically like what will hold us over until like June, where some may hopefully other games will keep us to that transgression between like when we start hearing more information about the NX or what to expect from it. But until then, I'm gonna keep an open mind. Well, not much of an open mind. I still have my doubts, considering this along with whatever Sega wants to do with Sonic, and I just linger through my head that this year, I don't know. This year E3, who knows what will happen. Done here. Thanks you guys for watching, and keep it classy. See you next video, and I pray to God Nintendo doesn't screw this up. I really do.